Most people don't realize how much of their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making millions pulling details about you from public records and the internet, then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might just sell credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/hidden. Protect yourself now at aura.com/hidden.
Hello, welcome to the TPE 2026 edition of Cigars, Liquor, and More. This is Daryl. I will not be joined by Bill today, but I will cover and play for you many excerpts from our interviews at TPE. I'm going to lead off with Perdomo. Perdomo is coming out with a father and son piece of work at PCA. So let's listen to that.
All right, well, welcome to TPE 2026. We're here at the Perdomo booth.
Thanks.
We'd love to hear what Perdomo has happening this year.
So we've got a new project that we're working on this year. We're getting ready to release that in a couple of weeks in New Orleans at PCA. And it's going to be an extension of our newest line, the Perdomo Legacy, which is blended by Nicholas Perdomo, Nick's son. And it's his first project start to finish. He's fourth generation tobacconist. So we're really excited about the new project. It's going to be called the Father and Son Edition. And what they did was something really special. They actually took a seed that's proprietary to us, created by our genetics department, which is a cross between African Cameroon tobacco and Cuban Criollo 98. And it's grown under shade cover in a 2.5 acre parcel on one of our 800 acre farms in Esteli.
Sounds good.
So it's something really, really special and unique. And the Father and Son Edition, what they did was Nick, the owner of the company, and his son Nicholas paired up together, and Nicholas blended the Maduro version of it. Nick blended the shade-grown version of it, and then together they blended the Connecticut version of it. So we're really excited about it, and we're going to be releasing that coming in about 2 weeks at PCA in New Orleans this year.
That's really good news. Is there anything else that you'd want to talk about that's on the horizon?
Right now, that's our biggest project that we're working on, and then we focus, on maintaining. We're a vertically integrated company, so we do everything from seed to ash, including make our own boxes, our own cellophane tubes, our staples. So quality control is always our biggest concern. And then aside from that, we like to have, good customer service and also, price points that allow everybody to smoke our brands. That's what we're known for.
All right.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Of course, my pleasure.
All right, cool.
Thank you, guys.
All right, well, good news from Perdomo. The next one is from Forged. So they have an Alex Bradley Do Not Disturb, which came out previously, but they're kind of excited about it and refocusing on it. So let's hear from Forged about what is upcoming for them.
All right, so we're here with Justin with Forged Cigars.
Forged Cigar Company.
At TPE 2026.
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you have on the horizon? What's exciting? I know you can't mention anything from PCA, but that's where we are.
Yeah.
So what do we got?
Well, we've got a lot of good stuff here this week. Actually, one of the things that I'm personally excited about is the new Alec Bradley Do Not Disturb. This is a cigar that I made with Hostos at La Isla, which is a small factory in the Dominican Republic. So a nice shade wrapper with Dominican and Nicaraguan binder fillers. So medium plus, really good smooth cigar, any occasion type of cigar. So this just came out last year. Sold out, so it's just starting to recirculate. So yeah, very excited about this. We have the new La Gloria Cubana, Los Gloriosos by Ernesto Correa. This is a big one for us. And then some of our standards, Diesel, Cohiba, Rubicon. So we've got some of the heavy hitters here and some new stuff as well.
All right, cool. And we'll look forward to hearing more at PCA.
At PCA.
All right, thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, good news for them. Tabacalera La Isle will have a PCA announcement. They do largely Sazerac products and blends. This is interesting for us because they are trying to make a cigar specifically to blend and match with their liquors. And they're coming out with what they call a wall of products. And so let's hear from them.
We're here at Meyer & Dutch at TPE 2026 with Jonathan. What is exciting for you this year?
So we have a lot of stuff coming at PCA. Our big focus is our exclusives. We're a wholesaler, but we work with a lot of different brands. We work with Asylum, we work with Oliva, we work with a lot of different companies to sell things that only we make. So some of our biggest sellers are like the Cafe Con Leche. It's the #1 selling tobacco out there, and it's our exclusive. We are very heavily invested into Sazerac products as well. So they do great with people who like to drink nice wheated whiskey. It's great pairing with Buffalo Trace, E.H. Taylor, Eagle Rare, Fireball cigarillos. I mean, so we have a little bit of everything.
So this one looks new with the green. Does that
Yes,
make
sir.
it a rye?
It's new, and it's meant to go more with a rye type E.H. Taylor because it's a full-bodied San Andreas that stands up to that very nice, stands up to that spice in the rye. So it's came out last year. It's done incredible for us.
It's not been in any of our locals. I've not seen it.
We need to get it in there. But yeah, it's doing really well for us. It's a great price cigar. We try to price it kind of in line with the Buffalo Trace liquor. So if it's a little higher end, it's going to be a couple of dollars more. So it's in that $12 to $13 range.
Right.
But it's made at a very small factory called La Isla, and it's a small boutique factory that we work with, and they make a really great Dominican cigar in the true Dominican fashion with that creaminess that comes through with a little bit of spice, but they do it in a really, really good way. So we're super excited about that. We have Buffalo Trace tubos coming out at the show.
Okay.
They have beautiful green tubes. They're going to be like a collector's item for people that they're going to want to bring in. And we have a lot of different new exclusives that we're working on as well. So it's exciting.
Great news. And then in just a few weeks, you'll have a PCA announcement?
Yes, we will. So we'll be announcing our new items coming out. We're going to have a whole wall of new exclusive products that you can only get through us. So, we're a great option for cigar shops to have backups. If Drew Estate's out of something, we might have it and things like that. But we also want to bring a lot of exclusive products that are really high quality, non-gimmick, great cigars that people can bring into their humidors. So,
All right.
yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for coming over, man. We appreciate you.
I appreciate it.
I am going in order of which they appeared. This is the order in which we interviewed them. So this goes from day 1 to day 2 to day 3. And next up is Rocky Patel. So Rocky Patel has mentioned that their announcements of PCA, they do have a PCA announcement, and that Horse, Year the Horse, and their Sapphire are going to get a little bit of a kick. So let's hear from Rocky.
All right, here we are. We're at TPE 2026. We're sitting down with Rocky Patel. We want to find out what they have going on this year.
Yeah, my name's Ron. I'm the sales rep from Southern California for Rocky Patel. So this year, we're just trucking along with our Emerald, our 30th anniversary, 60 gold label. PCA this year, we're going to be coming out with some new things.
Right, we're always a little early here at TPE.
Yep. So we're 2.5 weeks out
Yep.
from the premium show, but yeah. So we have Year the Horse, and we have Sapphire coming. 2 new items this year. So we're going with the gems, the emerald, the gold, the emerald, now the sapphire. So
Cool.
Seems like that's the direction that we're going.
What is your current biggest seller?
Our biggest selling item that we have is right here,
The Edge multi-packs.
the Edge multi-pack.
Interesting. So Edge is still as popular as it ever was.
It's our biggest selling #1 item.
Nice.
Still,
Nice.
after all these years.
Do you think this year's offering will overtake it, at least for this year?
No.
Really? It's that big?
Edge is too big. we sell over 10,000 units of these a year.
Okay. I had no idea.
Yeah.
The blue
It's-
one's my favorite.
Oh, it's crazy. But yeah, we do real well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else for the year?
No, just hopefully the next 3 quarters are better than the first. It's been a little bit of a slow start to the
Been
year.
slow, but maybe it'll pick
So
up.
hopefully, it's you're starting to see it, and it's usually up until about tax time. After tax time, things start. Summer comes, things start going
Okay.
forward.
All right.
So that's what we're hoping for.
Thank you very much.
All
I
right.
hope things pick up for
Appreciate
you
it.
too.
All right.
I look forward to the PCA.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thanks.
More good news. Announcement of PCA coming soon. So look for that. Next up, we have La Aurora. In this case, they had a PCA announcement. They are talking about their flavor line, but did not want to talk about PCA, obviously.
What do you want to tell us about the history of La Aurora at TPE 2026?
Yes, TPE 2026, and thanks, guys, for coming out and just even taking the time to want to speak to us as well. But La Aurora is the oldest cigar manufacturer from Dominican Republic. Let's start there. 122 years in existence, still family owned to this day as well too. All right, and so we are a part of La Aurora USA, which is the newest team formed by La Aurora, and it's been in existence about 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. And so we're here at TPE 2026 to kind of introduce some of our new offerings. We have our Bigfoot, which we kind of just released in the US. It's the first time it's ever being seen. Comes as a 5-pack. It's a sweet aromatic cigarello, Connecticut broadleaf with Dominican fill. So great for the on-the-go kind of individual who may not have a travel humidor or something like that. Just want something good to tote on, good something to sweet with a nice little flavor to it. This is definitely the way to go. As well too, we also have our Principes. That is another new offering that we just started bringing in from the Dominican Republic. That does come in a bit more of a flavor profile. You have your red, which is a cherry flavor, your brown, which is a chocolate flavor, the Caribbean, which is kind of like a rum flavor to it. The blonde, I'll say, is more like a sugar cookie. So it's kind of like a sweetness, not like a full vanilla.
Are they
but just,
tipped or infused?
Nope, they're just fully infused cigars.
Okay.
And they don't need a humidor as well too. So they're wrapped in the aluminum foil as well too. So this way it keeps them nice and fresh for those individuals on the go. It comes in 2 different sizes. So we have it in the cigarello size and we have it in the chino size as well too. So it makes it easy with the chino size. It is a little bit larger. The cigarello side is where it comes as a 5-pack. So this way you can buy a 5-pack from your local cigar lounge, throw it in your pocket, kind of take it with you.
Just that easy grab and go.
Grab and go.
Right.
As well as grab and go, our tins. Our tins are another big hit as well too. That's a great offering. We have it in the Finos and
Miniatures.
And the miniatures as well too.
Yeah.
So we have the Leon Jimenez line, and then we also have the La Aurora line as well too.
So again, something short, I call it the walking the dog cigar because everybody doesn't want to take the...
We call it the mowing the lawn cigar.
Yeah, mowing the lawn cigar. Well, I'm in Arizona, so the mowing the lawn doesn't really happen
I
very
can't
often.
believe you would walk outside.
There you go, that part.
Yeah,
Until
exactly.
the sun goes down.
Exactly. So, that quick cigar, maybe 20 minutes,
Right.
depending on how fast you smoke it. But
Right.
still awesome flavor of our La Aurora brand in that smaller stick.
Cool. We look forward to PCA, which is coming up soon.
Yes, sir.
And what's coming for theirs, we really, really look forward to it. We love the Auroras.
We do have something new coming at the show that will be released at PCA. It is our new offering to the U.S. market.
And available for order at the show.
At PCA
Good.
as well, too,
Okay.
yes. And then also, too, we will be introducing our flavored line of cigars as well, too.
Okay.
At PCA 2026.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Those are,
All right.
Those are 2 things to really look forward to.
Looking forward to it.
All
All
right,
right.
guys.
Thank you.
Just got to come
Thank
and find
you.
us.
All right.
Yes.
Next up, we have J London. Now, they've been out for about a decade, but they're not everywhere, and I had not seen them in my shop, so you'll have to look for them in your shop. So the Ripper is coming out with a new size, and they'll have a PCA announcement. So let's hear a little bit more from them.
All right, so
I'm
we're
Jonathan.
here. We're here at TPE
Daryl.
2026.
David.
We're here with Jonathan from J London Cigars. Tell us about J London Cigars. This is a new name for me.
Well, J London has been around for over 10 years now. However, you had to know me to get them.
Okay.
So we didn't start going nationwide until 2019.
Okay.
But I was blessed to work from the very beginning with William Ventura, who used to be head of production at Davidoff Quality Control. So I went down to the Dominican Republic, worked with him 6 months on my Gold Series line. Ultimately, that went over very well. Elegant, creamy, smooth. If there's one cigar line that people do know most of J. London, it is the Gold Series. It is our premier line. Retails $18 to $22. We also have a special A size. It's a $30 price point cigar. And only the top pairs of the rollers in the factory are even allowed to touch Gold Series. So I did that from day one. And then we actually work with other great factories as well, including Eladio Diaz, who was the master blender at Davidoff for over a quarter century, right? And so I've known him and his family for a long time. In fact, when I launched the Gold Series, Eladio's family was there to honor me as we were hanging out in Santiago and celebrate with me. And so now to be able to, all these years later, get to do a special project with Eladio has been fantastic. And so we have the Mr. London, and every year it's a different limited edition size. So same blend, but a different size. And so currently what's out is the Mr. London Fat Robusto, only 250 boxes, 20 cigars a box. Once they're gone, they're gone. That's it. And it's a 7-layer cake, so 7 different unique tobaccos.
Well, you're a boutique manufacturer, so it's not like you're making tens of thousands daily anyway.
Correct, exactly.
So,
this is truly handcrafted consumable art, and heart and soul is behind it. And speaking of that, a really small boutique factory, but a historical factory, Martinez Cigars in New York City.
Familiar,
all right,
actually,
so Jesus Martinez, second generation, great guy, and his team. So the Ripper, we went to the dark side of London.
Okay.
Right? So obviously J. London Cigars. We have Jonathan, my first name, London, my favorite city. He was going there twice a year for rare cigar auctions.
Okay.
So, we have, every city has that dark side. They also have high-end society and everything in between.
So is the Ripper new?
The Ripper is new in this size, in the Toro.
Okay.
And so we had launched Robusto, sold it out a few years ago at PCA. Now we have the Toro, and but we will be coming out with 3 sizes later this year. So we'll have, in the next 4 or 5 months, we'll have Robusto, Fat Robusto, and Toro.
This is the first year I've seen you at TPE. Have you been at PCA?
I've been at TPE and PCA, but at just different section.
Okay.
This is my first time having my own booth at TPE.
Okay.
Where I wasn't doing the group thing.
Well, we went to the group things.
Okay.
I think I missed you.
I
missed a year, because I'm not here every year. But are you going to be at PCA?
I will be at PCA.
Will you have an announcement at PCA?
I will have an announcement.
Okay,
I have a brand new line coming out.
We'll have to keep an ears open
that is
for
special. So
good news. Okay.
Really
It's good to meet you and find a new line.
Pleasure meeting you
Thank
both.
you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
We talked to JM Cigars last year about their anniversaries, and this year they have 2 anniversaries coming out. One is the 25th anniversary of JM, but they also have the 30th anniversary of the Española. So let's hear from JM Cigars.
We're here at TPE 2026 with Anto of JM Cigars. We want to find out what you're excited about, what you're looking forward to this year.
Absolutely, great. Well, this is our 30th year in the cigar business. My father started the company in 1996. We started originally with our Española line, and then later pivoted to a budget cigar, a value price cigar for the daily smoker, which is our JM line. Our JM line started in 2001, and this year at TPE, we are celebrating our 25 years with the brand and introducing our JM cigars in a tube called JM's Anniversario 25. Those are available in Churchill size. That's our #1 seller in a Connecticut and Maduro. Again, sticking with our theme and our I guess what we do best is price, quality, consistency. So tube cigar, full, long filler, premium, under $10. So it's it's something that we're really proud of and introducing here at TPE.
Okay, so that is ordering today at TPE.
Yes.
This is the introduction.
That's right.
And so people can order it, should maybe show up in your shop in a week.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, next week we'll go out and start processing orders, and we're ready to go.
All right, anything else that is on the horizon for you?
So, company started in 1996 with our original line, Española cigars. So at PCA, we're launching our 30th anniversary of Española called Española Aniversario, and those are available in pretty boxes of 10s in in a Maduro and a Habano wrapper, 6x52 size Toro, and a Lancero. Lancero seem to be popular lately, and we are releasing them in those 2 blends in 2 sizes. So look out for that in the end of April at PCA.
Most excellent. 2 in 1 year.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Pleasure.
Have a good show.
Thank you, guys.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, now we did something a little bit interesting here. It may be a little funny, but there was a little back and forth between Kyle and Ernie, 2 representatives at Drew Estate. So we have actually 2 Drew Estate interviews because they were going to compete against each other to see who did the better interview. I decided to put both of them in and let people tell us what they thought was the better interview. So we'll start out with Ernie. He tends to focus on the Fire and Water announcement, which is a title, and that's the announcement that's coming out of PCA. But he didn't give the details of it. That's coming out of PCA. So Ernie will lead off in the competition.
All right, well, we're sitting here with Ernie from Drew Estates at TPE 2026. We want to find out what we can find out that's not PCA today.
That's not
All right,
PCA.
Ernie, what do we know about what Drew can say today?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, we're here currently at TPE, supporting the TPE show. See, like I'm already nervous. But what you can know going into PCA is, one, we're excited to go back to New Orleans. It's going to be the last year before we get back to Vegas. We are releasing 2 new launches. It's in our early access pack, which is currently in the market. We can't tell you the names of those, but we've labeled them as Fire and Water. So you have to try them out yourself. But these will be the new releases that will be announced in the coming days. So we're extremely excited about those. The other thing that we're really excited about is we are kind of dipping our toe into the retail side of business. So as many people know, Drew Estate has been a manufacturer of multiple popular brands. We've never wholesaled, we've never been B2C, but this is going to be our first adventure into it with the J. San & Son retail launch in Wynwood, Miami. So we're excited about that. We're excited about Jonathan Drew kind of getting his first launch into the retail side of business. And we're just kind of here to support that side.
Awesome. So look forward to those 2 announcements. So look for them very soon.
Yeah, very soon.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
All right, so there's Ernie. Now, Kyle came in, and Ernie was Kyle's boss, so to speak. And then Kyle came in and did a little bit more, and he focused in a little bit different area. He did early access release, which to me sounded a little bit like the Freestyle Live. And he admitted that it is a bit like Freestyle Live, but there is a little subtlety in the difference. So listen to Kyle run the second set.
All right, we're standing in the Drew Estate booth. We're here with Kyle at TPE 2026 at the Drew Estate booth.
Yeah, hey, we are very excited to be at TPE this year in Vegas. We love this trade show, and while it's a much drastically different trade show than PCA is, we still like coming and hanging out with this sector of the market. We bring a very impactful, smaller group to this trade show, and we focus a lot on the wholesale and the mass market side of Drew Estate at this trade show. So, you know, at this trade show in particular, we're really highlighting some of our products, such as the factory smokes, which is our bundled product, and we're actually releasing a variety pack in the factory smokes offering. So it is available now, it is shipping now, and it's the same price point as the factory smoke suites Toro, which is already on the market. So we're very excited about that. Now, as it relates to PCA, there's not a whole lot that we can say at this moment, but we did just tease the market with a project called Early Access, where we put some unbanded new projects out in the market for the consumers to find and try on their own. And when PCA does roll around, we'll announce exactly what those are. They could be limited, they could be core, they could be an old friend, you never know. That's the fun of it. So stay tuned. We're excited about what's to come at Drew. We're excited to see all the familiar faces here at TPE and all the new ones as well. The other thing we're really excited about, we talk about it a little bit here at TPE, and we're going to talk about it more at PCA, is Jonathan Drew's first step into the retail sector with J. San & Son, his new retail store that's opening down in Wynwood, Miami, Florida. Jay Sand & Son is his passion project that he is basically doing in honor of his son, who is about 2 years old now. It's his legacy that he's leaving behind for his family. So expect big changes and new openings with that sometime later this year in 2026, but stay tuned and we're excited to see what happens.
Cool. And so you have hey, we're going to introduce these things. They could be, old or new, and just try to sample things.
They'll be new. I probably shouldn't have said old, but
Okay.
they'll be new. But they may be limited edition
Okay.
things. They may be core items. That's all
Okay.
we can say.
Well, my real question is, how's it different than Freestyle Live?
In short, it's really not a whole lot of difference in terms of the idea behind it. We want to tease an item into the market blindly, so there's no expectation. There's no band blindness. With the product, you're smoking it as a cigar. There's no expectation. We put a band on it, whether it's a new band or an old band. You've already made up your mind about that product before you smoke it, whether you realize it or not. Everyone's guilty of it. I'm guilty of it.
We know.
So we go into a blind because you want you to go into it with a fresh palate.
Okay.
And so early access, the Freestyle Live project was something that has had a lot of success for us since the COVID times, but Freestyle Live was more of a live show, a live video recording. Early access is going to be a little more interactive, and it's going to be a little more consumer based when there is a video and an announcement streamed.
Excellent.
And I would love to share more.
Okay.
But
No,
I can't.
I understand. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right.
What else you need from me? I'm ready. I keep going. Take by the word over here. Yeah.
No, we're good. Thank you.
All right, fellas. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. La Aurora has a announcement at the PCA coming up. They did mention it is a flavor line. And so let's hear from La Aurora.
So,
What do you want to tell us about the history of La Aurora at TPE 2026?
yes, TPE 2026, and thanks, guys, for coming out and just even taking the time to want to speak to us as well. But La Aurora is the oldest cigar manufacturer from Dominican Republic. Let's start there. 122 years in existence, still family owned to this day as well too. All right, and so we are a part of La Aurora USA, which is the newest team formed by La Aurora, and it's been in existence about 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. And so we're here at TPE 2026 to kind of introduce some of our new offerings. We have our Bigfoot, which we kind of just released in the US. It's the first time it's ever being seen. Comes as a 5-pack. It's a sweet aromatic cigarello, Connecticut broadleaf with Dominican fill. So great for the on-the-go kind of individual who may not have a travel humidor or something like that. Just want something good to tote on, good something to sweet with a nice little flavor to it. This is definitely the way to go. As well too, we also have our Principes. That is another new offering that we just started bringing in from the Dominican Republic. That does come in a bit more of a flavor profile. You have your red, which is a cherry flavor, your brown, which is a chocolate flavor, the Caribbean, which is kind of like a rum flavor to it. The blonde, I'll say, is more like a sugar cookie. So it's kind of like a sweetness, not like a full vanilla.
Are they
but just,
tipped or infused?
Nope, they're just fully infused cigars.
Okay.
And they don't need a humidor as well too. So they're wrapped in the aluminum foil as well too. So this way it keeps them nice and fresh for those individuals on the go. It comes in 2 different sizes. So we have it in the cigarello size and we have it in the chino size as well too. So it makes it easy with the chino size. It is a little bit larger. The cigarello side is where it comes as a 5-pack. So this way you can buy a 5-pack from your local cigar lounge, throw it in your pocket, kind of take it with you.
Just that easy grab and go.
Grab and go.
Right.
As well as grab and go, our tins. Our tins are another big hit as well too. That's a great offering. We have it in the Finos and
miniatures.
And the miniatures as well too.
Yeah.
So we have the Leon Jimenez line, and then we also have the La Aurora line as well too.
So again, something short, I call it the walking the dog cigar because everybody doesn't want to take the...
We call it the mowing the lawn cigar.
Yeah, mowing the lawn cigar. Well, I'm in Arizona, so the mowing the lawn doesn't really happen
I
very
can't
often.
believe you would walk outside.
There you go, that part.
Yeah,
Until
exactly.
the sun goes down.
Exactly. So, that quick cigar, maybe 20 minutes,
Right.
depending on how fast you smoke it. But
Right.
still awesome flavor of our La Aurora brand in that smaller stick.
Cool. We look forward to PCA, which is coming up soon.
Yes, sir.
And what's coming for theirs, we really, really look forward to it. We love the Aurora.
We do have something new coming at the show that will be released at PCA. It is our new offering to the U.S. market.
And available for order at the show.
At PCA
Good.
as well, too,
Okay.
yes. And then also, too, we will be introducing our flavored line of cigars as well, too.
Okay.
At PCA 2026.
Yep.
So
All right.
Those are two things to really look forward to.
Looking forward to it.
All
All
right,
right.
guys.
Thank you.
Just got to come
Thank
and
you.
find us.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So, in Roja, in that booth, we met Jacob, and he didn't want to discuss the line too much. They have an announcement coming. They don't want to mess with any of it. But what we got instead was a history of TPE, and it was very interesting, and I liked it very much. And I hope you do too. We're sitting down with Jacob at a Roja booth in
Aroa
booth in TPE 2026 to just chit chat about some of the things that he's seen over the years.
Yeah. So my very first trade show was 2006 with TPE. However, back then it was called the NATO trade show. Over the years that we've gone through quite a few changes. At one point it was renamed to the Tobacco Plus Expo, and not too long after that, the name again was changed, keeping the TPE nomenclature, but it was now and still currently is called the Total Products Expo. Phillips and King had bought the rights to the trade show some years back. And I guess what I would say is over the years, we've seen quite a few changes to the trade show, but that I think correlates strongly with the changes throughout the industry. So I would say back in 2006, when I started first doing these shows, it was kind of what we call the mass market business. And that would be, your chain stores and liquor stores and convenience stores, and back in Michigan we call them party stores. People that carry, various, machine-made cigars, cigarillos, chewing tobaccos, rolling tobaccos, things like that. And so actually our company back then was Camacho Cigars, before we had sold to Davidoff. And then the owners of this current company, when their non-compete clause ended with Davidoff, they left and started what's now called CLE Cigar Company. CLE as in Christian Luis Aroa. Aroa is kind of our flagship line of cigars, higher price point, more ultra premium category, if you will. CLE is a lot of our very traditional core based products, in that medium price point. And then of course we have the Asylum brand, which is maybe what we're most known for or has the most brand recognition in the marketplace. And that's kind of our fun stuff. We do some really obnoxious large size cigars in that name brand, and some of our flavored cigars in the portfolio. But back in the old days when I was working for Camacho Cigars, and we come to the trade show and we wouldn't really bring a lot of our ultra premium stuff. We would bring national brand bundles and Baccarat and Don Felo and Don Macho. These were a lot of the machine made cigars, and we sold a significant amount of that product. Very few premium cigar retailers, guys who own high-end shops and stuff.
Right, because you said it was for grocery stores and liquor stores.
Yes and no. I mean, there was definitely some crossover, but a lot of those guys didn't really show up. They would just go to what was back then called the RTDA show, and which has now evolved from RTDA to IPCPR to PCA. Premium Cigar Association is what we call it now. It's lots of name changes at trade shows in this industry for some reason. But a lot of the premium guys would go to the other show, and a lot of the mass market people would come to this show, and then you would of course get a little bit of bleed over at both. Like I said, we didn't bring a lot of the high-end premium stuff. We brought the machine-made stuff and the inexpensive cigars and things that we would be looking to move volume on at wholesalers, and then we would open new accounts for liquor stores and chain stores and things. And the trade show itself was very different. You had like American Spirit Cigarette Company and other not so mass market cigarette companies there. Like in other words, not like Philip Morris and RJR type stuff. You would have rolling tobaccos, a lot of pipes and pipe tobaccos. There was always a section of the trade show that had the glass, for other smokables. And that was always kind of like, oh yeah, don't go over to that side of the show, for the cigar people.
Get a paraphernalia charge.
Yeah. Right. Well, not so much worried about the charge. It was just kind of an uncomfortable presence for the premium cigar people, because that was just it was a much different era. The mid 2000s, not a lot of people were very kind to the burgeoning marijuana industry, and we weren't really looking for clients that carried that kind of stuff and cigars. Now fast forward to 2026, and there are plenty of stores that do a little bit of both, or maybe have a few things available, or vice versa. There might be quote unquote head shops or paraphernalia shops that do carry some cigars. So that was kind of like the basics of what the industry was like way back then at these trade shows. And then little by little you would see things evolving, and the Delta 8 people, and like the Kratom people, and then the vape thing came on the scene, and nowadays it seems like the vape part and the nicotine pouch manufacturers are the majority of this show.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Noticed that.
And for good reason, because as I alluded to earlier, the show has changed as the market has changed. And so a lot of people in the consumer side are, hitting vapes and, throwing a nicotine pouch in their lip, and moving away from traditional tobacco usage.
Yeah.
Especially with regards to cigarettes. You'll never see cigars go away. I think it's just way too big of a market, even if it is niche on the grand scheme of things. But it's just so much different. I guess it would be analogous to like specialty coffees or specialty wine and specialty liquors, and anything craft made, where the artistry involved with something exceptional. Right. I really don't know what the future holds with this trade show. That strictly depends on the market. Like if the consumers are coming to the retailers to buy certain things, those retailers are coming to these shows to buy what's hot and what's moving. Right. And at the end of the day, the market dictates what is being manufactured and what is being sold. And sometimes it's a little bit slow of an uphill roll, and it comes back down on the other side. So it's just been interesting to watch this over 20 years, being in this industry, meeting people. Sometimes I see some faces I saw 20 years ago, and there have been a whole lot of new faces, each and every year, and some of those guys stick around and some of them go away, and I guess that's just the nature of anything.
Yep. Yeah, well, I've been with this for about 5 years.
Okay. In the podcasting realm?
Yeah. And coming here for, I guess, 4 of the 5. And it's just changes I've seen in the last 4 years, and 5 years have been large. So I can't imagine what 20 years must have brought.
Yeah, the cigar industry was vastly different not only when I first started smoking, but a little after that when I got into the business. Like 2001, I started working in a premium retail store as I was getting out of the Marine Corps. I was like part-time, like 1 or 2 days a week, working at a cigar shop, basically for free cigars, Right. And that's how I cut my teeth in this industry, was hanging out in a cigar shop, smoking, getting to know people, and just throwing my hat in the ring for a little part-time job to get more familiarity with cigars, more exposure to it, and obviously, the benefits of being able to smoke more on a limited budget because, an E5 in the Marine Corps doesn't really make a whole lot of money, really, at all. And so that was kind of like how I supplemented my cigar, dare I say, habit, consumption. Enjoyment, yes. I never really consider this a habit because to me, it's not really like the addictive properties of the nicotine. It's the enjoyment and the relaxation, the culture of cigar smokers in general is really a wonderful group of people because you have these disparate walks of life all coming together into a cigar shop. One common thing pulling everybody together, and you get a really interesting perspective on society at large. You have all that diversity sitting there, and an hour or two to kill, and BSing with people you would otherwise probably never talk with.
Right.
And so I think the most amazing part of cigars, outside of the obvious, enjoyment factor and kind of like the Epicurean delight therein, is the community of cigar smokers and just all the different personalities and people you get to meet in the journey of being a cigar smoker.
Which is, I think, another big reason it won't go away.
Correct. Yeah. It's like, I guess you could argue the same thing for something like church or, different fraternal organizations or whatever the case may be. We're human beings and we strive to be around other human beings and have a sense of community. And cigar smoking certainly provides a level of community not really found elsewhere.
Right. All right. I want to thank you for your time.
You got it. Thanks for stopping by.
Really appreciate it.
All right.
All right. So a lot of that stuff I didn't know. I knew some of it. There was a lot of that I didn't know. So that was very nice to pick up. A little bit of insider information, right? We talked to Avante. Tommy at Avante told us a bit of everything that was going on there, realizing that, for me, there's a little place in my heart because the first cigar I ever had was a Perotti, which is made by Avante. And they do have an announcement at PCA and told us the name of the announcement. It's just not available for purchase right now. So let's hear from Tommy.
All right, well, here with Tommy at Avante Cigars at TPE 2026, trying to find out what's interesting for you this year.
Well, we've got a lot of great things getting ready to happen as the year unfolds. The biggest one is over here in our flavored short format cigars, our Tuscanellos. And the cigar released this year at PCA, not here unfortunately, will be the Limoncello.
Oh.
Exactly.
That's right in line with the Italian theme.
So going into the context of pairing limoncello with that cigar, I had the wonderful pleasure of trying that, and it worked. And I am not a huge limoncello drink fan because it's all sugar.
Yeah.
But with that said, it worked.
Nice.
So most of our other cigars in our Toscano line are very easy to pair things with. One of the things that I found pairs very well with our other Tuscanello lines, especially the hazelnut, is things like amaretto, where you do a little amaretto on the rocks, or what is the hazelnut liqueur? Frangelica.
Yeah.
Frangelica on the rocks does wonderful stuff. Red wines. Any of our long or short formats with a solid red wine. You don't want to go, and I'm not disrespecting them, Boone's Farm, but it's not the profile that I'm talking about. I'm talking about a good Cab or a Merlot that's got some body to it. Works so wonderful with our entire Toscano line because you get that fire-cured tobacco, which gives you a hint of smoke, and I'm sure we all know that a lot of your heavier reds, you could sometimes play that way. Not all, but a lot. Tequila. Tequila, I will say it till the day I die, whether it's one of our wonderful cigars or anybody's wonderful cigar, it's the one thing because, well, most tequila is made in the same type of region that all cigars are made. Same with rum. Now, I don't drink a lot of rum. I suppose I should, but, because you don't ever want to quit. But tequila pairs very well with ours as well. Mezcal, being the smokier product of tequila, just kills it with our cigars because they have that already inherent smokiness to our tobacco.
Excellent. Some good ideas for pairings for these guys.
Yeah.
That's nice.
We're going to have to try some pairings.
We will.
I'm telling you, it works. And I know this firsthand because me and tequila have had a lot of fights. And I've lost all of them. So, also, and don't ever disregard coffee.
Coffee goes great with cigars.
Yes, I don't care whose it is, other than some of those really super smelly flavored cigars, and I'm not discounting them because there's people that love them. I don't. Our flavored tobacco cigars, I don't know if you're aware of this, is no chemical flavoring at all. It's all natural. Italy will not allow chemicals at all. So if you have a coffee, it's legitimate coffee oils, flavoring the filler. None of our wrappers are flavored. Okay, that's sort of true. The two sweet tips, the macchiato and the hazelnut, they're sweetened with a brown sugar and hot water emulsion. That's it.
Okay.
So that's on the tip, not the whole.
Not the whole tobacco,
right. So yeah, because Italy does not allow artificial flavors. It all has to be food grade, natural flavor.
Not a chemical.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So, anything else I can tell you?
No, that sounds great.
There
I
you go.
appreciate that.
Come visit us at booth 11013 at the show here at TPE and talk to me. You can tell I hate to talk. I'm such a shy guy.
That's very good. Very good.
Gentlemen, thank you for talking to me.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Cool.
Oh, yes.
Awesome.
All right. I like the aspect that Tommy took where he also told us about how they were trying to also blend cigars to do pairings. So it's another group who is trying to do that. And I like that very much. Now our next one is Tatiana. And Jason talked about the Outcast, which has pipe tobacco in it. So that was kind of interesting. I had it at the show, and you can tell it tastes sweet, and rich like a pipe tobacco. So let's hear from Tatiana.
All right. Well, we're standing here with Jason and Tatiana.
Yeah.
We are at the booth at TPE 2026. Let's find out, what do you got going on, Jason?
That's right. So, like you said here, 2026 TPE. Miami Cigars is the name of our company. So Tatiana's is our biggest brand. Does very well in this segment. So it's an important brand for us to have here and showcase. Just showcasing all the different flavors and blends that are available in the brand. And always does well. There's good support from all of the consumers and all the retailers on that. Something new that we do have coming out is Outcast. So it's a cigar that we released earlier last year.
Okay.
Interesting thing about this cigar is that it has pipe tobacco in the blend. So black Cavendish pipe tobacco makes it nice aromatic. So it's a subtle sweet tip, nice Brazilian wrapper on it. You're gonna have like a mild plus cigar on that one. Very nice, enjoyable. I definitely recommend people trying that one out because it's a different smoking experience altogether.
Excellent.
Yeah. Well, overall, I mean, great show. It's great to be out here, back in Vegas.
It is.
Yeah, seeing everybody, seeing all new customers, old customers, just building relationships is what it's all about.
It is. It is. It is. All right. Any last thoughts?
That's it.
Excellent.
That's it.
Thank you
Just
very
enjoy
much.
it. Keep smoking cigars and enjoy them.
We will.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. No problem.
All right, now, Black Stogies is a company that I'm not sure how long they've been around, but they had a pretty broad line, and I wanted to hear from them what all the blends were. Their most popular is interesting, and I'm definitely going to have to try one. Unfortunately, they were out at the show. But we have Keith, who is announcing the 1911, which is a new stick that will be available shortly and at PCA. So keep an eye out. And here's Black Stogies.
All right, well, we're here at TPE 2026 with Black Stogies and Keith from Black Stogies. Want to tell us what you've got going on this year? What are you excited about?
Yes, absolutely. How's everybody doing? Thank you for stopping by Black Stogies booth here today at TPE. What we have going on right now, we have some outstanding sales going on for the cigar lounges. You can we have packages: buy 5, get 1 free. You can buy 10, get 2 free, and you can buy 16, get 3 free. So we're running that sale until the end of the month. So definitely check our website out at www.blackstogies.com, and you will see those sales, or you can reach out to us on our email, which is blackstogies@gmail.com. But we're actually working on the new blends coming out real soon. They're actually being shipped today from our factory in Nicaragua. And the new addition to our line is going to be the 1911. It's called the 1911. It's going to be a 760, no, actually it's going to be a 758 gauge, a little bit longer. Going to be a Maduro. It's going to be a medium to full cigar. And the 1911, the name comes because myself and my partner Eaton, we're both in fraternities, and different fraternities, but both of our fraternity was founded in 1911. So we're dedicating that stick to our fraternity, Omega Psi Phi, and Kappa Alpha Psi. So it's actually in the mail. We just got some photos of it yesterday, so we're excited to get that in hand.
Nice. Great. Cool. You want to tell us about your flagship line? What's your biggest seller?
Okay.
What's its blend?
All right, so our biggest seller is by far the mint condition. So the mint condition is a cigar that it's not a sweet. We don't have anything that's sweet, and we don't consider them flavored or infused, but they have notes of mint throughout the duration of the smoke. That mint cigar, the mint condition, when you light it, start smoking it, it's like it just opens you up. It's like so refreshing, right? So people are loving it, and we're actually out of stock until tomorrow. It'll be back at our distributor, and our distributor is City of Palms in Florida. I forgot but it's in Florida, so it's called City of Palms. But they're great, so it'll be there hopefully today, if not tomorrow. But that mint condition bestseller, like I said, real refreshing, not sweet. Then probably next is going to be our King Solomon. Our King Solomon is not displayed here today. I forgot to bring the box, just to be honest with you. But it's not displayed here today. But it is a Salomon shape, and it is it has a design on it, design wrapper, and people love it because of the appearance of it. It's kind of an eye catcher. So, but it's a great seller, real creamy. It actually is a medium plus cigar, and it burns 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how you smoke it. Then probably next is going to be our Black Knight, which is our full body Maduro. It has the Negra wrapper, so it's a lot darker than the regular Maduro, and it is full body, but it's not harsh. It's not overpoweringly strong. We like something that's going to be enjoyable. You get down to the third, you're going to kind of start feeling it. So, but it's a big boy, 660. But people really enjoy it. If you're a real cigar smoker and you like medium to full, you'll definitely love that Black Knight. Next, a professional cut. It is a barber pole, hence the name Professional Cut. And this cigar here was actually dedicated to one of my line brothers who always supported us from day one, and he's actually a barber. So we named the barber pole and dedicated that one to him. It's a medium to plus cigar. As you see, it has the design wrapper, the barber pole. People see it, you know, it's very attractive to a lot of people because of the design. We have our Black Onyx, which I'm smoking right now. It is a medium body cigar. Notes of cocoa, a little bit of white pepper, but nothing too strong. But very enjoyable stick. I like to start off my morning with one of these before I graduate to the Black Knight. The Boss Hall, it's called the Boss Hall because of we're from the country, Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
You know, so it's actually a good seller as well. It's a good stick for if you don't have a whole lot of time, but you want, you know, one more stick, close out the night. Perfect cigar. It's a medium body. I tell people all the time when I'm smoking it, I guess it's because of the length of it. I get the retro hell, so it starts to become a little bit more than full. I mean, more than medium because I'm retro helling it because I put it in my mouth and I'm talking, I'm doing whatever, and I'd be like, man, this thing's kicking my butt. But very good, short smoke. And then we got a chocolate tie. The chocolate tie has notes of chocolate throughout the cigar. Like I said, still premium tobacco, and people love that because a lot of the guys that really smoke like it because it's not sweet. So they can smoke something that has some notes and flavors, but not say that they're smoking a sweet cigar.
Right.
You know, that's kind of like, oh, you smoking a sweet cigar? What's going on? So that's a very good seller. And then Oak City, that's our mildest Connecticut wrapper, creamy, cardamom, earthy, and we always recommend that to, you know, the newer beginner smokers that want to try something different. We'll start there with that because it's mild, you know, not too harsh, and we think that's a good start. So that's pretty much our line. And also over there, it's my beautiful wife. She's kind of holding down the fort for us while I'm over here doing this interview. So
Well, we won't keep you from
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've talked to Nova before. Our next up is Nova Cigars, and we've talked to Leonora before. She's always fun to talk to. They are going to release the Royal Falcon at PCA, so keep an eye out for that. They also have 5-pack options, so you can get a blanket sort of idea of what the whole line tastes like, so you can get 5 different sticks from them. So let's hear from Nova Cigars.
All right, we're running.
Okay.
Beautiful.
All right, welcome. We're here at TPE 2025 We're at the
2026.
Nova.
OMG.
I'm restarting that.
partied too hard
A little
last
too
night.
far last night. All right.
Okay.
All right. All right, we're
Good. English is not my first language.
You should leave it. Just leave it in. Just keep going.
Keep going.
We're standing here at TPE
Blooper.
2026. We're with Nova Cigar
up.
booth, trying to find out what is new this year.
Okay, this year we have the 5-pack. For the first time, we bring the 5-pack to share with all our clients and consumer.
Hello, Leo.
It's good to see you.
You're gonna come in. You're gonna come in the interview, my darling.
Oh, yeah.
That's everything. Give me a second. But don't go so far, David. Okay, perfect. We're gonna start again.
No,
We
I'll
can
just
go-
probably keep
okay.
it in. This is an event.
Okay, good. This 5-pack is like a little bit faces, like who we are, what we made. You're gonna have like Dominican wrapper, San Andres wrapper, Habano wrapper, Connecticut wrapper in different shape, different profiles in the perfect 5-pack. That is the special unique from TPE. And so far everybody love it because it's the first time in a small pack you have a little bit different profiles and you know a little bit more who is Nova, who we are.
Good.
Yes.
Awesome.
Wake up.
So I know you've got So I know you've got probably something you don't want to talk about for PCA, but
Yes.
for the whole horizon though,
No,
how's
we
the year coming for you?
So far, you know, we never stop. We just keep build and make cigars over the years to just always surprise the consumer. On the PCA, we're gonna release a new blend. I'm gonna let you know the name. It's a Royal Falcon.
Okay.
It's a strong, beautiful cigar. And it's the first time nobody's gonna bring the same blend in two different sizes, Robusto and Toro.
Okay.
It's gonna be a nice 10 pack, 10 cigar pack. Beautiful cigar and amazing smoke. Like always. Like with Nova, it's amazing smoke. Come on.
Always.
Always.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You
have someone here, so we'll let you go.
Yep.
You're welcome.
All right. Now, in our last day, booths were clearing up, people were milling out, it was slowing down. But we did find some stuff because we tend to walk around a little bit more and see the technology of all of the other things that aren't cigar there. Things like the kratom and the vape and different things. And actually kind of ran across two that are still in the line of cigars, but weren't quite in the cigar area, so we didn't really see them in the first 2 days. This first one is Dank Leaf. Now from the name, it immediately sounds like weed, but it's not. They have two lines, and we talked to Max. And let's see what Dank Leaf has.
So we're here at Dank Leaf and TPE 2026 with Max.
How are you?
Tell me about Dank Leaf. I have not seen this before.
Yeah, so we're new in the tobacco space. We relaunched in the last year. Our owner's been going down to Dominican Republic for the last 15 years, and in the last 3 years we bought the facility, so we produce our own tobacco. Whole leaf, all natural. We do tobacco paper and everything from the woods, which are the oily guys. And I really love our product. It stays moist. Has that good cigar lip feel, so it's a little spicy. Mm-hmm. It does all those things right, which I find you can't find from something like a Swisher. Right. And so the price point's good because we control that vertical. We actually own the import as well.
Okay.
And so we're based out of Southern California, imported all right there, and then we domestically produce vapes and other tobacco products.
Okay, so for listeners, the packaging and the cigar looks a lot like Backwoods, and they even have a Dank Woods series I saw over there. So explain to me, because some of them are very thin packages.
Correct.
Like it just says one leaf.
Correct.
What do I do with this one leaf?
Yeah, so the singles market's kind of come up in a big way. There's a lot of how people buy, and so one of the trends of the last few years has been buying single papers. It seems kind of small, but when you look at the sales, margins are a little tighter, but a 3-pack doesn't sell as much as a 1-pack. There's even a lot of interest in 2-packs over 3-packs. And so we kind of look at all of that. Because we have that vertical, we can make all those variants, so we have 1s to 5s. Mm-hmm. And that's actually a pretty popular item. So it's kind of, obviously it's not a high profit item, it's a low profit, but you get a box of 40 and the cost is low enough. Depends if you're, a regional wholesaler or a master distributor. But at the same time, it's something that people provide. So a lot of the shops that sell any smokable like to have these not as a high profit item, but as something to offer their customers. It's a low price point.
So I doubt I roll my own into this. Do I put this as a cover over another cigar so I add this flavor or this product's capability?
Absolutely,
Okay.
You can definitely do that. Some people prefer cutting open and turning in, a cigarillo into a spliff.
Really?
Yeah, and that's actually common. And then others like to roll just like this. And again, my cousin's a mountain kid, and he's all into spliffs, and I think that's a demo that's under 30.
Okay.
So it's kind of interesting. We see how that's gone. So that's where this is going. We tumble the flavoring on, and we work with flavor companies. We do all of that in Dominican Republic in Puerto Plata.
Okay.
So it's all controlled by us, and we have a really great perfectionist owner.
Okay.
So he's down there about half the year.
Okay.
It seems like every other
week.
So
this is flavored material, but not infused with THC or
correct.
CBD.
This is
or
pure
all
tobacco. Correct.
Okay.
And then we do have some of those, but we don't usually conflate the businesses,
Okay.
And so Dank Leaf stays on the tobacco side. And the direction it's going is we do a lot of white label as well. So we have partnerships with master distributors. A lot of people want to have their own name on it, but again, controlling that vertical ends up being the part that's good for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Any last thoughts?
No,
I
I mean, the woods are great, they're a little more oily. And then there's the traditional, cigarillos and long and short minis. So we offer all of that. It's a fun thing, but we're always innovating, trying to find new machines. We have some glass tip THC side coming out, and I think the next thing we're looking at is really doing something a little more like activated filters and glass filters, so that you have that good lip feel. Although on the cigarellos, which are little, it feels like a cigar, and I love that. It has that spice. So for me, as a cigar lover too, it hits that, which is neat, because I think a Swisher always gets stuck on your lips. It tastes bad, it cracks, and these are quite moist and nice, nice and floppy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Pleasure talking with you guys.
All right. Now, our last interview was with Grandfada, F-A-D-D-A, Grandfada, like fada. And we talked to Daniel, and they're making an e-cigar. I tried it, and it's interesting. It's got quite a bit of heft to it, and it has a soft tip, so it's not just hard plastic that you put in your mouth. And they did a number of very interesting things. They have probably 6 or 7 flavors. I didn't see all of them there. I thought I heard a number like that. They do other things as well, but of course the e-cigar was the one that caught my attention. So let's hear from Daniel and Grandfada.
All right, welcome to TPE 2026. We're here with Daniel. He's going to tell us a little bit about Grandfada.
So yeah, we got the Grandfada e-cigar. So we want to develop a cigar, basically kind of an alternate, something not to replace but to subsidize cigars, to be able to, in the places that you can't ideally light up, or if you don't have a whole hour to dedicate to your routine cigar sesh, for you to still get that same kind of tobacconist feel. So we have something that is a cigar size. It's about 4 inches, with about a 60 ring gauge, small size. It's a vaporizer. Basically, it's meant to emulate. We've designed it so that even the resistance on the draw, it's the pull on it is about something that would be hand rolled, resistance. We really went the extra mile to develop 7 flavors, and now the way that the flavors work is that there's generally about 6 or 7 cigar different flavor profiles that people kind of grade them on. Outside of the classic, which is just your classic kind of earthy, leathery taste, the other 6 take each one of those and kind of try to accentuate it a little bit more. So if you gravitate towards kind of nutty cigars, you can go get some of that. If you gravitate towards tobacco that's a little sweeter, then you could go with like the sweet leaf. If you like the ones that kind of have those natural kind of cacao or coffee aromas, you have our dark or roasted tobacco. So they're really to give you the premium tobacco taste, but what's good about it is you don't have necessarily the lingering aroma. So if you have it in your car, right? I've destroyed a few interiors with my cigar habit. You don't have ash. If you're watching it, the wife might not kick you out of the house if you want to take a few puffs during the Sunday game. So it's there when it's not convenient to light up, to give you the comparable experience, the same look and feel. They are rechargeable. And, economics-wise, the value per puff is really there as well, because each vapor cigar lasts about as long as 15 to 20 regular cigars. And the price when, premium cigars are, let's say, $12 and up, ours MSRP about $15 to $20 per stick.
Okay.
So that's kind of the vapor cigar in a nutshell.
Yeah, I tried it last night, and I found it to be very pleasant and better than other ones have tried to do it before you. So I think it's done really well, and so we probably wanted to come by.
Yeah, so we've done vaporizers since 2009, and generally there have been other e-cigars that have hit the market, but the thing is that either it's a cigar guy who doesn't know how a vaporizer functions and tries to do it, or it's vapor guys who are used to doing tutti frutti, blue raz, delicious, flavors that try to make it, that have no concept for, the taste that tobacconists kind of look for. Myself and the other co-founder of the company, we've sold vaporizers since 2009. However, we're both, avid tobacconists. I have a 6-foot humidor in my house with the nicest cigars, and we have this warehouse full of stuff that we've been selling for 15 years,
and we don't use any of it. Like, let's make something we actually personally enjoy as well, to, you know, have there as a compliment. So here, you know, we're cigar guys who have been making vaporizers. None of the other e-cigars on the market that have kind of come and gone are rechargeable. So by the time it gets to the end user, you might only get a third of the life out of it. Here, if the battery dies, you don't got to throw it away. You hook it up to any USB-C rapid charging cable, and you can keep rolling with it until the liquid runs out, which is when you would let go of it. So it's an interesting market, but we really think that this product is a mature product. That tobacconists and our feedback at the show with, you know, a lot of, you know, customers has been overwhelmingly, you know, positive.
Excellent.
So we're super happy, and thank you for taking the time to educate, you know, all the you know, introduce this new concept to your listeners.
Yeah,
you know, we appreciate it.
We like to see new technology and talk about it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right.
I mean,
thank you.
Take care.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you so much for listening. That was our TPE interview list. Had a good time. It was a little bit slower this year than previous years, and I suspect it may be even slower next year. So next year, we may consider going to PCA, since they're only 3 or 4 days apart, and PCA is back in Vegas. And I can imagine that it will be difficult to get very many interviews at TPE, but we've always loved TPE. We've had a great time, and enjoy this and every following episode.